Okay, we Oyora Patrick Yaubuama or ye Okaikwe Central Member of Parliament and I'm what is here and a chunko Sabri Yankwa Humano so na yene Ura Benisia a energy policy analyst yanene entertain komo Agabeme Mwakwaba
Yaminia.
Na katra ye as a energy policy analyst ye ka say containers the ayire na wudi akira mama ye fere energy minister kra set up a committee ni ade gapo afo de ye kobadi na NPP for wote se na owura patrebo magina o manamu kasa no wose woni ne onye so se container bi ayira wan so unhihye mu no ufi se container ayira na se container anyira
That's Minia. Legitimate say container no bi ayira and I was say yes share the ayira no the entire makers and say even though report no and as a committee na professor aqua committee na yes you investigate babia container no shoddy work or mofili or mine no or manya jumapa but still na legitimate say containers ni bi ayira menina so ni say handing over note no minister Mayeti as buying dada no handing over 3,000 containers na man na buying dada no handing over 3,000 containers no or call site visitation and Ghana Ports and Harbors Authority for catching say containers na 3,000 and more 2,500 muna opam abejaku say omonhwehwem but unfortunately for the abejaku instead of sanka volume no and I say value no be 3,000 no because that should be the reference point of any investigation. Oshe abejaku no more reference point in terms of volumes of containers no omo ye no 2,500 already 500 no ya assume say ayira anasi huma biewo committee no ye nhwehwemu one of the two operational activities of the committee no is that one ombeko site visitation or my head count whatever port enclave or normal who container do omu ya normal reconcile with that of ECG warehouses. Until we committee no the operational activities activity 3 and 8. These were things I was a number do but committee no if to take stock of all the containers at the Dema port. I think that they focus on one terminal and I'll focus on one terminal ultimate results now open. That is one. Two, committee no was engaging a lot of stakeholders than the few stakeholders no more engaging because say oko porter you nyuma ku bebre omo ya adwuma ho nti say oko one side kwana say the open wanya o broaden o stakeholder mapping and I say o broaden nkofo e wo so oni umudi mpita hudi e mayi hu babia containers no wa be moyo hu babia containers no but committee no limited to one terminal and some few institutions at the port and nobody report no by so at that point no mo failure but the Emma me who say containers need be ayira ne say ne committee fufra yate no committee no involve some workers at National Security Ghana Ports and Harbors Authority any customs division of GRA no e port no ama yate say committee report ba kona committee ne de buy no enye no kre ne mom ne na me no kasa containers no ye hu 2,600 plus containers. So this goes to confirm position at MPP for no edema minister and say containers in air 3,000. Until now, my enkase ebinyira mama ye nhwehwe 400 na aka no na ye de ka ho le nya 3,000 na no ama ye hu say no kre container bi amrai enyira but say ne ye hu 400 na aka ne de still some of the containers are missing now. We have to know where they are whereabouts. Or say hwe because ni na no mine ajapade
na ankobe ka che ni o na wo say professor akwa committee no o madwuma o moye no e bi say anhyeda ankonanum ti se de na ka open no menka se ebia wo ka se madwuma na nso ni nemom ankonanum ti se de na open no report no o mode bae no ehine fa na tetema office se antwa yie enu ti am yantimi ahunu se bia containers no ebia adada 400 bi ayira.
I think the report no focus no her report no kwani objective and focus no was that on person procurement malpractices at ECG, and I think their focus was not on identifying and finding the containers. You also more report no do na more can ECG any kwan say democracy ikwan safi and democracy any kwan san commodity scam will be a money clays near my way and so mo scam and nipano a money clay abra ECG na bit my client you know more some of the procurement malpractices are ECG but the focus was not on finding the containers because the focus no on finding the containers and all these terminals including public Atlas terminals say I think it's a private terminal all these terminals are yabudia yahu Meridian terminals all the terminals are yabudia yahu containers in there and commit me are extending or more operational activities beyond the GPHA terminal now to other terminals to find out where these containers are. That is one. Two, say a containers and so are not via ya bondi containers because we are not demurrage arch containers now. GRA will be one of the best, especially the custom division of GRA would be one of the best institutions will to me aqua could be so say ECG so mokra containers he buy. The mokra containers no e be do ye and e be do ye no. Why in the back lay GRA be catch us oh ECG be do ye no music council something ya containers no e free main terminal at the core some of the private terminals so umbetia e can be also mutual in terms of demurrage now near release their momo. But if a committee report now they didn't actually engage custom division of the GRA. Until I make us o modumano o uchi kasa ne yosi answani but we say and media we say but maybe say your mind can ya committee for them to do this particular exercise. Now exercise no and yielding any benefit but rather miscommunication, misleading and some kind of negativity in the media with respect to the activities of GPHA, the activities of national security and also the activities of custom division as well as ECG, media makers say, and I think they should have done better. The second part is that I think the committee was also set to fail. The entire Mikasa said, but the catcher said, handing over note, 3,000. And I'll call on the 2,500. Why didn't you peg the benchmark figure, what to 3,000, but rather peg it to 2,500? So, committee in terms of its constitution and mandate, I think that they were just established to fail, and that is why they failed because they didn't also do proper stakeholder mapping to get the various institutions on which containers. And the last part is the overall composition of the committee now. Most of them also, yes, maybe Professor Kwa is an academic or a procurement, but most of them do not have experience with respect to the port activities and a cost of port and all the other terminals are able to actually anya containers because the committee had a huge time will be a moment time limitations with respect to senior boyo majuma. And also I think that there was a failure in terms of the composition of that particular committee. But yeah, you said you see 2,600 beyond 2,600 you say 3,000 I buy my young but be a 400 na kano ewo na yenje enne mamba because ya huna ni na be o minika.
Na enko say isa containers yi era foforo no senior minister the CC Babonte ebekaye no ase okopre ne hododo because near wa appropriate quarters and as institutions akobe obetimi ni omadinsa woso enkita ho anka ope container no obehu senkophobia obetimi ahodu omo responsible amo omode bibia ka danse obesa set up a committee biare se committee muni na amso mo kasa committee no omadwuma answer ani.
Yes, I think that one of them Minister Nanko said Otto Boase Kakra because some of these reports in the state actors and our state institutions a bit to me I deliver the Amayan. GRA bit to me deliver me Kaiser I didn't share animanimuno I contacted GRA phobia and more catcher custom division catcher and so contain at the end to me era saying and come contact and come who be a containers in now. So it means that send a medical card the composition of the committee was in bad always from the beginning was bad because the various institutions now more important you said that am one anka committee ya for one kan no omo ayedi omo kan ho so monko hwehwe containers no omo should mean the effort port activities anybody containers between afa and that is why they could not trace with the whereabouts of the remaining containers now yedi a new composition yedi ba ya port operational members ECA committee no on say yes here 2,600 containers which a bro earlier one no problem so mu 2,491 because per the earlier report nearby almost omo call GPH catch omo say containers e wo mo no and I say wo tema area ni na no 2,491 as at December. Abra as at December, no, so now handing over notes which they say 3,000. So there are a lot of ambiguities and inconsistent data flowing around everywhere with respect to these containers. But gladly, they say you have 2,600. They made the back one, they say you have 400 now. Now I'm one of the because MPP for so Omuja 3,000 containers and a demand buy. And I think 400 so over here, they say you should.
Yo, ora Nsia energy policy analyst and the twetwen komo. Na agabe ka kire ni o, obi bebusa yaka container ye ho asem, obi na container ayira. Me maame a bia wote konkori, me na bia wote konkori wa santemantem. Ono no ebi opeso ohunu container kro no, de pa na wa sa container no me de ade.
Mostly ECG be import through nema bia ebetima any transformers are all mounted within specific areas are supply electricity to some of these households. Feeder cables, the feeders maybe the cables are here onto some of these transformers. Switchgears, insulators. Nearma ECG here, so the betimi area in the Juma, the Abwa, the Juma DM, so betimi more cania, say beginasu ye. Dumso biyama sa ni mai na ECG akraba and na ECG kraba ya hu say neno there are some data inconsistency flowing around but you make na say aka containers no 400 yen hwehwe ba bi na yen fama o my Ghana because say yen ho a o my Ghana ka.
Okay, na ya de anu si o ka kire ye eyo owura abuginapo Samuel John Abuginapo energy minister ma hunu say ono akasa ne party fo ni bi kura say papa no ase ne kasa no dose sin na dwuma na wo ye no wo hwa Ghana fo bi kasa aso opɛ kasa dodo ebi so opɛ politics dodo ode ade no politics playing to the gallery. It's like wo ye bibia me hunu si aban na baaye no oma wia normal ma ese no ke kan sembe obi bebrebe bi so wa ya ade ka kire me you as an energy policy analyst papa your baaye 4 months na dwuma no the dwuma wa ye no who rating me kasa rating from 0 to 10 ebe say
rating will be a bit difficult in this shortest time say because or yeah policy be krana and or formulated policy and design be krana implementation and
anything I make 4 months no me 4 months no ba me kasa obaye me say 4 months no
so obaye o mama indicators am the be measure na indicator be no the be measure o the be mama nti also na we lay foundation yi mama indicators no na me fam grading no na one mama indicator
okay also ebia no the policies be ba bontete ebia no the 4 months no odguso or drafted but yen hwe dum so de sa no no obaye ne no sam te say eye
I think that Dumso Abribiana and Dumso Tivo. Dumso has been with us all this while. The challenge of the minister is that mostly no now I think the opeso or Azumu say on a Dumso no buy into Nikasa Nibioha na a broso and no crab back one yakan Nikasa Nibioha na a broso. And I think that in the coming days, and as the last week or so, we're learning a lot of lessons from some of these communications, on the Casabian because Dumso in the last quarter of 2024. Now, even election year, can not Dumso or Mekaita by that no crown can Dumso can do CC. But Abribiano, when you bring out certain information, said, you need fuel now, catch some of these days. Not say, can you be a Duma? People will just refer, say, be a fuel in your Hontina Kanyana, maybe a localized challenge. Ne kasa ni bi enema amount for being say on the dooms on the buy but dooms on the two and I think he's also trying his best to resolve it ne kasa mu no minim say mre dey dey be obete so kaka and that is why these days are omape communication officer for the ministry say most of the communication should be done by him and that is what he should learn from because historically Napo and Co Napo ebeye minister of energy then no ne kasa in the media was limited until the media who be pushing now can be na a problem no na on kasa sa media no mu we the through Mustafa Mohammed Amin Adam former deputy minister of energy or your admo is or your energy person when you mean Kanya but also as a deputy minister of energy and one thing kasa until they go for oil buy or a radio be so I think Joy News also was start station and mention the goal for oil they limit their conversations and try as much as possible to resolve these problems behind the scene. And I think that Honorable Minister John Abdullahi Aponso some of the things are there. Yes, the public, you have to be very transparent with the issues. But maybe also public need to find the best way to resolve the issues behind the scenes, and then resolve public because of the why. And sometimes because you can't say can it tinana ziga able radio kumas and then you can say see is bleeding. Nti yehua enebe meyeji enyese yeti.
No crap. Enti na je say the kasa na o kasa bebre no obetumi arete ni say pa.
I mean, me waiting on no obetumi afi mu.
Na ben e we dey facha mi o. Oma penu oma to omo safre. Ya ka ni fie ha saa de matese say wo frɛ nkofo enu akra ye born video bi wo ha no ma wo kire say oye CEO summit no wo say CEO for mo ayi omo ye expert no ofro omo kekese wojo omo adwenche ba omo ba ka ho amana bu na mamu ni ade a me ye sure say the ye ba energy sem so a youngsters are omo this country dey e ka omo mu dia ne West Africa eva do di mu akotere pa ye mu bia ya advocate ya say yen to ensam from na energy minister na so man panyini ana say o mato mo safro
se say ye focus me say ye be build sense na wo ye madam for wo muame me say organization e dey sense so there be obe frame policy analyst energy analyst the focus of your group with the likes of Dr. Able, Dr. Monemo, and also Alfred Ajabin and others in the office, we focus on say building SEMSE as a very credible institution or championing sustainable energy and also environmental management. In both areas, we focus on say a lot of research, a lot of training, a lot of advocacy, and also promotion of LPG across the country because LPG is a clean cooking energy. The focus, share the support to in whatever activity of so.
And to almost flow abeko.
Yes, almost friend na say among common any operational area pepepa local support to the contributions I remember that last 2 days on Monday I buying mission 300 National Energy Compact or 20 say the contributions in Bra. I think I was one of the committee that subcommittee renewable energy and also clean cooking contributing a quota to that particular development of that policy. Kakra you so Frey say your input in any of the energy policies of so formulate here. They be contribute to the amaba.
Ange be dasi.
Meso me dasi me.
We Nsia was my main friend energy policy analyst but I think tank eti sanity ora Nsia ne di ne di djuma e wo efia ha se yegusu a ya